Yo, yo, yo. This week on the X-Factor Sportz Podcast, episode 94, the WNBA All-Star Weekend. Did we get it right? Scottie Scheffler winning the Open Championship. Is he creeping up on Tiger Woods? And we have the top 10 best quarterbacks in the NFL coming into the 2025 season. Keep it locked right here. Episode 94 of the X-Factor Sportz Podcast starts right now. What's up, y'all? This your boy, Jay Mondane. The X-Factor Sportz Podcast is here. Season 8, Episode 10. All right, we got 94 episodes in. We are on YouTube every Wednesday night. Be sure to like, share, subscribe, and follow the X-Factor Sportz Podcast. We're on all social media platforms as well. And if you like listening to podcasts, anywhere you can listen to them, Apple, Spotify, iHeartRadio, YouTube Music, Pandora, we're everywhere you can listen to podcasts. You can catch up on all the episodes of the X-Factor Sportz Podcast there. All right, so let's get into it tonight. We're going to start with the quick news layup lines. Like I said in the opener, the WNBA All-Star Weekend was great. They had a great turnout. It was a great game. Loved how they did Team Nafisha Collier versus Team Clark. Even though Caitlin Clark didn't play, Team Collier put on a show. We predicted last week that Team Collier would win, and they did. And we also predicted that Nafisha Collier would win MVP. So she balled out. She is going on a historic run, right? I feel like she is trying to let the world know that she is the best player in the world. If you don't think she's the best player in the world, she's coming for it, right? We still got the Asia Wilsons, the Breanna Stewarts playing in the WNBA and all over the world. But the way Fee has been playing over the last year and a half, she's making a case that she's one of the best players in the world, if not the best. Okay, the link go to the WNBA final last year. They lose, but she leads her team to the WNBA finals, right? This past summer, they have the 3-on-3 tournament. She wins the 1-on-1 tournament against everybody that played. She blew Breanna Stewart out. I think she beat her like 11-1, 12-1. So just showing her one-on-one game, all the skills she has. I think she won $200,000 in the one-on-one tournament. She rolls that into, actually in the summer, she won a gold medal as well with Team USA. Then she parlays that into the WNBA season this year, and they have the best record in basketball. She becomes the leading vote getter. She leads her team to victory, wins the WNBA All-Star Game MVP, 36 points, the most points any player has scored in an All-Star game for the WNBA, hitting 4-pointers. They added that to the game, which made it fun. She's on a mission, and I think she is making her case to be the best player in the world, and she is on pace to win MVP this year as well, and I think her team may have something to say about who is the next WNBA champion. So congratulations to Fee, the WNBA, for a great All-Star Weekend. Sabrina Ionescu won the three-point contest as well, so shout out to her. And Cloud9, she won the skills challenge. I actually picked Alicia Gray to repeat from last year, and I thought about picking Cloud9 just because her name is dope. She plays for New York Liberty, but she ended up winning the skills challenge, so shout out to her too. So to everybody in the WNBA and the weekend they had, it was great to watch. Looking forward to the second half of the season. Now for the golf side, over the weekend, Scottie Scheffler won another major. So he won the British Open, or the Open, whatever they call it now. And he's having a hell of a year. Okay, he's won 2 majors this year already. He's a back-to-back Masters champion. So he's got 4 majors under his belt at the age of 29. He's won a number of different golf tournaments throughout the PGA Tour. And at this pace, he is the most dominant golfer right now. He's been world number one for 149 weeks since 2022. He's got back-to-back ESPYs for best golfer. So is he on the same trajectory as Tiger Woods? Like, I don't want to jump out the window and say he's the next Tiger, because what Tiger was a phenomenon. And growing up and watching how he took over golf, it was at a point, I think it was like 2003, 2004, they said Tiger doesn't have to win any more golf tournaments and he'd be the most dominant golfer ever, just because of the pace in which Tiger Woods was winning golf tournaments. And Scottie Scheffler looks like this next generation of golfers that is taking the league by storm. So shout out to Scottie Scheffler winning another major. He is world number one. He's the best golfer in the world right now. Let's see if he can keep it going. Only 29 years old. That is very young in golf. He can dominate for the next decade if he chooses to, and we'll see where that goes. So congrats to Scottie on winning the Open Championship last weekend. All right. Now, the X-Factor Sportz Podcast, like I told y'all, is on every Wednesday on YouTube, so you can always check us out. And you can always like, share, and subscribe and follow. Okay. So this segment, I'm actually just plugging this segment in right now off the top of the head. I just thought about it because we're talking about NFL. So I'm going to combine some of the quick news from the NFL and basically segue it into the top 10 quarterbacks going into the 2025 season. Now, the Dallas Cowboys, all right, over the last few years, what they have been doing with these contracts, waiting to the last minute. You guys have heard me allude to it and joke about Jerry Jones needing to wake up, turn his alarm clock on so he can get up and actually make these deals. He did it with Dak Prescott. He did it with CeeDee Lamb. Now he's doing it with Michael Parsons, who's arguably one of the best defensive linemen or best defensive players, period, in football, right? He took it a step further with interviews talking about he doesn't want to invest in his players because they can get hit by a bus tomorrow. Talking about the contract, he openly talked about Dak Prescott getting hurt and why that contract may not be the best option for the Dallas Cowboys. Now, Jerry Jones is a great businessman. He's proven to be that over the course of his life with oil, with the Dallas Cowboys. They're the richest sports franchise in North America. I think they're worth over $10 billion. So he clearly knows what he's doing from a business standpoint. He understands that the NFL is entertainment. He understands that the star is what drives fans to come to games, to follow them on social media, to comment about the Dallas Cowboys, right? He understands that, or his team understands it. But let's be real, okay? This is real talk, unbiased takes. He is getting to a point in his life where he needs to step aside and let Stephen Jones and the rest of the family take over football operations, at least talking publicly. Like, this dude is on these TV networks and on these sports channels tripping. Like, he sounds like an old man that needs to sit down somewhere, right? So I don't understand why he continues to wait until the market goes up to sign his players. The Michael Parsons deal could have been done a year ago. It could have been done at the end of last season. It could have been done in the middle of last season. It could have been done at the very end of this past season. Yet he's dragging it along and waiting for all these other defensive players to get max dollars. So he has zero leverage. Now, if Michael Parsons chooses to sit, what are the Cowboys going to do? If Michael Parsons chooses not to sign this contract, whatever offer they give him, and decides to be a free agent, then what do they do? I just feel like he thinks that this negotiating tactic is going to work all the time because it worked with CeeDee Lamb. It worked with Dak Prescott, not to his favor, by the way. The players ended up getting maximum money because he took too long to pay them. And he's repeating the same process with Michael Parsons. So my question is, who is allowing this to happen? Like, does he not have advisors? Does he not have people that sit him down and say, hey, we've done this twice already and we've overpaid for our guys. And now we have to deal with the consequences of overpaying them. And the same thing is about to happen now. So I wonder just who is advising Jerry Jones at this point in his life. Why is he making these types of decisions? He sounds like a senile old man on TV. He's talking about players getting hit by buses at any moment. Players can get hurt, so why should I sign them? And then he's going to turn around and give them max dollars. So if you feel that way, it's contradictory to why you should pay them early instead of later, right? So I'm not taking away from Jerry Jones's business acumen, but at this stage, where are the kids? Where is his board of directors or team or somebody navigating him through this process? Okay. There's no shame in becoming an older owner and stepping aside. But it feels like either A, the team around him is afraid of him and they don't want to voice their opinion on what he's doing, or B, they don't care. So I don't think it's the latter, but it just seems that way with the consistency of how they are doing these contract negotiations. So y'all let me know what y'all think. Should Jerry Jones step aside from being in the public eye or even making the final decisions on these contracts and allowing Stephen Jones and family to make these decisions? Should he just step aside and just be the owner or the chairman and let someone else deal with football operations? Or should they allow him to continue to make a circus out of these contracts year after year after year? So y'all let me know what y'all think about that. All right. So now we are going to segue into what y'all came to see. The top 10 NFL quarterbacks going into this 2025 season. So this list is based off of obviously what they've done in the past, what they're projected to do this season based on where their team is, based on where they are in their careers, based on what they have already done, okay? And so we're going to run these down starting at number 10. At number 10, we got Justin Herbert for the LA Chargers. Now, I got Justin Herbert at number 10. Talent-wise, he may be top 5. But we're not talking about talent. We're talking about what he has done already and what he's projected to do in terms of winning, in terms of leading his team to the playoffs. Justin Herbert, his talent can only take him so far, right? We got to get to a point in a player's career where we know they're talented, but now we're in year 5, year 6. When is this going to translate to good quarterback play and translate to victories? Okay. They made the playoffs a couple years back and basically choked the game away against Jacksonville, right? He didn't have the greatest game. So he is a top 10 quarterback coming into this season. The talent is heavily weighted on that. And the team that he has, Jim Harbaugh, I think they will ascend and be a better team this year. They will challenge the Chiefs possibly for the AFC West. You know, you hear that every year. The Chiefs will probably still win, but I think the Chargers will play better, and I think his play will elevate after another year in Harbaugh's system. So I got him at number 10. At number 9, Baker Mayfield for the Tampa Bay Bucks. Now, Baker has earned the right to be in this top 10 list, okay? He was almost out the league. He had a bunch of different chances with a bunch of different teams. The Browns gave up on him as the number 1 pick. He went to Carolina for a stint. He went to the Rams for a stint. And it feels like he found a home in Tampa Bay because he's been playing great football. Last year, they were top 4 in points per game, even after losing Chris Godwin. And Baker played some great football, won big playoff games a couple years ago, beat the Eagles 2 years ago. Baker did. So he just built upon that in the next season, which was last year. And I think he continues to build. He's maturing as a man. He's maturing as a quarterback. He's playing the game his way. His teammates love him. He's becoming a leader in the locker room. I can see him having another good year, especially in the NFC South. So I got Baker Mayfield as the number 9 quarterback going into this season. At number 8, Jayden Daniels. Now, I've seen a bunch of people on ESPN, Fox, all these sports channels. It's always hyperbole. It's always recency bias because of what Jayden Daniels did last year as a rookie, getting Washington to an NFC title game, surprised everybody, probably including that locker room. So congratulations to that. But here we're back to reality, okay? He is a good quarterback. He had a good year. But I'm not going to put him top 5 based off of his 1 year, right? I do project them to do well this season. They won't win a division, but I think they can be a playoff team, a playoff contender. They add Deebo Samuel to the offense. They got to get Scary Terry McLaurin signed, and then you'll have dual threats on the outside. I think they build, again, off of the offense from last year. The way he was able to pick up the offense in the second half of the season was great. So I can only imagine with having a full offseason, another offseason or training camp coming in as a second-year guy. Hopefully there's no sophomore slump. But I believe in Jayden Daniels. I think he comes into this season as a top 10 quarterback, and Washington does better, or they do well. Will they get to an NFC title game? I don't think so. But as far as quarterback play, I think Jayden Daniels takes another step as a good quarterback. So I got Jayden at number 8. At number 7, Jared Goff of the Detroit Lions. Now, I know a lot of people are saying, okay, he lost Ben Johnson. You lost Aaron Glenn on the defensive side, and they have to retool the coaching staff. The reason I have Jared Goff at number 6 is because he is a top 10 quarterback in the league, and he consistently has been with Detroit. They win a bunch of games, and a lot of it is due to his play. That offense is crazy. The last 2-3 years, the offense was great. I know Ben Johnson is gone, so this is why I have him at number 6. I think a lot of the offense is going to fall on Jared Goff's shoulders, and I think he's going to have a big year. Statistically, I think I wouldn't be surprised if Jared Goff is knocking on the door of a 5,000-yard season, a bunch of touchdowns, right? I wouldn't be surprised if he's knocking on the door of 30-plus touchdown passes. So I think they unleashed Jared Goff a little bit more. Again, with Ben Johnson gone, a lot of the offense will stay the same because you still have the same personnel in the locker room. And I think they will lean a lot more heavily on Jared Goff to move this offense down the field. And they still got great weapons. Jahmyr Gibbs still there. They still got all these guys there. Amon-Ra St. Brown, everybody comes back. I think they ride Jared Goff, and I think they continue to excel. So I got Jared Goff coming into this season as the number 6 quarterback. At number 7 quarterback, I apologize. At number 6, I got Matthew Stafford. The 2 guys that were traded for each other, they will forever be linked. They went to opposite teams. I think they've played each other twice already, played each other in the playoffs. I'm going with Matthew Stafford, a healthy Matt Stafford, at number 6. To me, Matthew Stafford might be the best quarterback in the NFC when healthy. All right. He's one of the most accurate quarterbacks. He's already got 4,000, 5,000-yard seasons with Detroit when they were sorry. So fast forward into this year, if he's healthy, what they were able to do in the playoffs this past year with a young defense, they were the only team to even give the Eagles a game in the playoffs in the divisional round, give them a scare. So the way Matt Stafford controls the games and the way that offense believes in him, Puka Nacua there. Now, they do lose a little bit with receiver that left, went up to Seattle. They lose a little bit with him, but you still got these offensive weapons. You still got that young defense that'll help on the back end. You got Jared Goff in Detroit, but you got Matthew Stafford here in LA at number 6. So I'm going with Matt Stafford, a healthy Matt Stafford. I think they do their thing. Him and Puka Nacua, his numbers will go up as well. So they lose Cooper Kupp. That's what I was meaning to say. Cooper Kupp goes to Seattle. So with Sean McVay still there, I got Matthew Stafford at number 6. At number 5, and this is going to shock some people because I know everybody loves this quarterback, but I got to go off what's been happening over the last few years and where they're projected to be this year. I got Joe Burrow at number 5, okay? Again, another talented quarterback. They're going to probably put up 35 points per game, but they're going to give up 36 points per game, okay? But he's a top 5 quarterback going into this season. The reason is because the Septembers, they always start slow. I don't know what they do in training camps in Cincinnati, but they always have to play catch up. And that is a detriment to him. And he's not always healthy at the beginning of the season either. Now, to the Bengals' credit, they did re-sign Jamar Chase and they kept T. Higgins on the franchise tag. So he's got his weapons. He will put up monster numbers. But if I'm talking about top 5 quarterbacks or top 4, the 4 guys I have in front of him, I feel like are the best quarterbacks coming into this season based off what they did last year and what they're coming through with this year. So for that reason, I have to put Joe Burrow at number 5. At number 4, all right, the guy that is the most underrated, gets his name kicked around all the time, coming into this season, I have Jalen Hurts at number 4. Is all of over all the quarterbacks in the NFL, he's number 4. Since 2002, he is tied for second with wins in the NFL behind Patrick Mahomes. He's got over 30 wins in the last 3 seasons. He's been to 2 Super Bowls. He's just won one. He's a Super Bowl MVP. And quiet as kept, he outplayed Patrick Mahomes in both Super Bowls, even though they lost the first one. He actually outplayed Patrick Mahomes in both games. So y'all can look that up and y'all tell me if I'm lying or not. So because of that, everybody tries to say, oh, he's a game manager. He's got all these weapons. He's had different coordinators damn near every season of his career. And all he does is continues to win. He figures it out. He makes the adjustment. And by the time Thanksgiving comes, the Eagles are always a Super Bowl contender or a Super Bowl favorite. And they weren't that with Kenny Pickett. They weren't that with Carson Wentz. But they are that with Jalen Hurts. Like I said, tied for second of all quarterbacks in wins since he was drafted in 2002. So Jalen Hurts, I got you in my top 5, my boy. He is the number 4 quarterback coming into this season. At number 3, the reigning league MVP, Josh Allen. I have him coming in as the number 3 quarterback. Again, Buffalo had a great year, a surprising year. I don't think anybody had Buffalo going as far as they did. And because of Josh Allen putting him on his back, that's the reason he won MVP. Again, the league MVP, that is a narrative-based award. It's based on the story. Obviously, you have to put up numbers and play well. But when you get to the Lamar Jacksons or the Patrick Mahomes or the Joe Burrows, when you get to the top guys and we're talking about voting, they basically split hairs and they're going to go with the narrative. The narrative last year was that the Buffalo Bills would not be as good, like they would, that the Buffalo Bills essentially overachieved last year. So because of that, they gave Josh Allen the MVP. So that's not saying he didn't deserve it because he put up numbers and they won big games too. And they beat good teams. So I got him coming in this season as number 3 though, just because the other 2 guys to me are better quarterbacks and they have been better quarterbacks consistently since they've been in the league. And even though Josh Allen has gotten over the hump over one of them in the playoffs, he has yet to beat the other one when it counts. So for that reason, I got him at number 3. At number 2, Lamar Jackson. Okay. Always a candidate for MVP. The best dual threat quarterback in the game. Alongside with Derrick Henry, the way that team works, they're going to be one of the best teams in the NFL this year. They bring everybody back. They might be favored to win the Super Bowl, if not favored to come out of the AFC. And the way Lamar Jackson plays has just been consistently great. And coming into this season, I feel like he's going to be the second best quarterback in the league. And the only reason I can't put him at number 1 is because we know who the number 1 quarterback coming in the league will be or into the season will be. And it's going to be Patrick Mahomes. All right. Now, everybody, I think it's universally recognized that he's the best quarterback in football, and he has been for a few years. The reason I have him coming into this season as the number one quarterback is honestly because they lost in the Super Bowl. The way Patrick Mahomes operates, like he operates like all of your great players, your Michael Jordans, your Tiger Woodses, your Kobe Bryants, your Serena Williams, like your LeBron Jameses. When they get knocked down, it just Steph Curry's, it motivates them to another level, right? I was listening to something on TV the other day, and it talked about the Chiefs are going to have this documentary because they were trying to three-peat. I think it's supposed to come out next month. So I'm not plugging their documentary, but I did hear the story. So after the Super Bowl that they lost, obviously everybody was upset, disappointed, mad, crying, whatever. The Super Bowl was on Sunday. They say by Tuesday morning, Patrick Mahomes is back in the weight room. Within 48 hours, this dude was back, ready to go. So those types of things, the leadership, the setting the example, being pissed off that you lost and saying, all right, I got to get back to it. I think the fire that he plays with, the confidence, he knows he's good and he knows he's great. You don't hear about it on TV, or you don't hear about it much if you're not local, but he knows that he's good and he wants to be the best. And the fact that he's motivated to get back to it that fast is a scary sight for the rest of the NFL. I'm not saying the Chiefs are going to win a Super Bowl. I don't even know if I'm going to pick the Chiefs to win a Super Bowl. But this is a segment where we're talking about top 10 quarterbacks coming into the season. I feel like the fact that he lost and that everybody was wanting them to lose and they became the villain just pissed him off even more. He knows that this is probably going to be Travis Kelce's last year. So he wants to make the most of it. I think they come back on fire. I wouldn't be surprised if Mahomes comes out and has an MVP type season, tries to get a 5,000-yard season, right? Would not be surprised by that. If he links up with these young wide receivers, he's had a full season and now off season with them. Isaiah Pacheco's healthy. They're going to get Rashee Rice back. Xavier Worthy is going to become a Tyreek Hill-esque player after having 1 year in that system. So I would not be surprised if they come out blazing. They get Trey Smith back on the offensive line. So I think Patrick Mahomes comes through as the number one quarterback in this season, 2025. So y'all let me know what y'all think. So that's the list we got. Top 10 quarterbacks for the 2025 season. We got Justin Herbert at number 10. We got Baker Mayfield at number 9. Jayden Daniels at 8. Jared Goff, number 7. Then we got Matthew Stafford at number 6. Number 5, we're going with Joe Burrow. Number 4, Jalen Hurts, the Super Bowl MVP. At number 3, the reigning MVP, Josh Allen. Number 2, Lamar Jackson. And at number 1 quarterback coming into this season is going to be Patrick Mahomes. So y'all comment below. Let me know what you think. Who will be the top 10 quarterbacks, or who will be the number 1 quarterback going into this 2025 season? All right. Again, the X-Factor Sportz Podcast. We are on YouTube every Wednesday. Be sure to like, share, subscribe. Also, you can follow on all social media platforms where you can see the reels, the outtakes, the cuts of these episodes, and you can comment on those as well and let everybody know where we're at and what we're doing. Also on audio, anywhere you can listen to podcasts, you can check out the X-Factor Sportz Podcast. All right. Before we get up out of here, we're going to hit y'all with the 2-minute warning, okay? And we're going to talk about not waiting for anybody and not waiting for validation, okay? A lot of people wait for someone to give them validation to do something, or inadvertently give them permission to do something. And what I'm saying here today is you shouldn't have to wait for anything. If you feel strongly about doing something, if you feel strongly about moving forward, you don't need public validation or someone telling you it's okay to do it. If you have all your stuff together and you got a plan in place, go for it, right? Figure it out for yourself. You got to take the first step, walk out on that ledge and make it happen, because you'll always see there are more people around you to congratulate than there is to motivate all the time. So why are you waiting for validation? While we're sitting here waiting for somebody to validate us, time is passing us by, right? The opportunity is fading away because we're waiting for someone to say it's okay to do it. Go out and do it and learn and figure it out on your own, craft it to your own thing, and then watch all the congratulations come through and all the I believed in yous and you're doing great. Those are all the things that come after the fact. But if you're waiting on those things to happen before you move forward with your goals or your activities or whatever it is that you're working towards, it'll never happen. So don't wait on people's validation to move forward, right? If you have goals of your own, they're your goals. They're not everybody else's goals. So think about that as you move forward in life or with anything that you have going on, period. Don't wait on someone else's validation before you move forward. Get out there and do it first. Learn from it, trial and error. Obviously, you can reach out for help from others. Nobody does anything alone. But don't wait for permission or validation if it's something you have your heart set on. It's your heart and it's your dreams. So push forward and see how people react to what it is you're doing. And that's when you'll know who the right people are to be around for validation. All right. Thank y'all for tuning in to the X-Factor Sportz Podcast. Again, episode 100. We will be celebrating at Bogey's Pub, September 17th. That's a Wednesday night. I will be there at 6:30. We will have prizes. We will have, vibes. We'll be handshaking, just chilling out, thanking people for showing up. But we'll have X-Factor Sportz swag. As you can see, the shirts and the hats are here. Shout out to the people that have purchased theirs. They should have them already. We do it quick through the mail, so you should have your stuff delivered to you. So be sure to rep and post that on social media also. But for the 100th episode, again, September 17th, we're at Bogey's Pub in Leawood, Kansas. Would love to see everybody come and show up. Appreciate Bogey's Pub for letting us do this. They will have food specials. They will put in the raffle as well for swag, gift cards, all the things. I'm going to have hats and shirts available as well. If people win raffles and trivia questions, there will be prizes for that too. So come out and support X-Factor Sportz Podcast, the 100th episode, September 17th at Bogey's Pub. All right. Now I know, again, I told y'all we got the screen printed shirts. They are here. You can scan the QR code. It takes you to the X-Factor Sportz store. Place your orders. Let me know your shirt size and your hat size, and we can get those out to you ASAP. All right. Again, appreciate y'all tuning in to the X-Factor Sportz Podcast. We are on YouTube and Rumble, or not Rumble. I keep saying Rumble. My bad. We are not on Rumble. We are on YouTube. So be sure to like, share, subscribe on YouTube every Wednesday and anywhere you can listen to podcasts. Episode 94 of the X-Factor Sportz Podcast. We are over 5,000. We are about 5,500 subscribers on YouTube. So keep it going, keep sharing, keep letting people know so we get more subscribers. Episode 94 of the X-Factor Sportz Podcast is done. We are out of here. Peace.